and he is really up for this. Fiaz has improved dramatically in the last year or so. Came in a little heavy on the scales yesterday. I don't think Errol Johnson, the Dodgers corner, was particularly happy about that. Maybe an indication that Fiaz could go up a weight, and will do as he progresses into his mid-20s. He's going to have to deal with some pressure here. Lands a nice stiff right hand, and Dodge took plenty of them in the Riz Belotti fight. Talked about those losses to Deepikar and to Belotti for area titles. He said, in a way, the pressure's off me now. There's no expectation on me, but I know I've got what it takes to give Aqib Fiaz a really hard night's work. And he believes that all the pressure is on the young Oldham fighter.
Yeah, you know, earlier we were talking about Fiaz's knockout percentage, but sometimes not the percentages of their knockouts don't represent their punch power. I believe sometimes when you're winning these contests on points, it's the opponents respect your power enough to not overcommit. So that's might not be a reflection of how hard he actually hits. Good shot. Beautiful shot. He's a sharp shooter, Fiaz.
Crisp and hard to read when that jab is coming from low, and just straight right hand down the pipe as well. Pot shot in that Philly shell, starts on the ropes and just clinches and pivots. Turns Dodge. Give himself some space. Mark Lyson,
beautiful
the third man in the ring.
He's a sharp shooter, Fiaz. He can really see things coming and counters pretty well.
Dodge has been training with Lee Haskins, sparring with his son Anton, who's 6-0. He said he's going to rough Fiaz up tonight. Hasn't started as quickly as maybe we thought he was. He's looking a little bit pedestrian at points here. Fiaz has just picked him off as he's come forwards. Will he go up through the gears as this fight goes on? Looks in really good condition. Dodge, the best we've seen him on the scales yesterday as a pro. Says something about how his preparations have gone. He just chips away up close, and Fiaz just catches him with a little crisp counter.
Beautiful counter to the body.
The elbow there as well.
Beautiful jab. He's boxing very sharp today, Fiaz. Very sharp.
And well, if
beautiful counter right out. I think that hurt him, that did.
The rumours are true about Chantal Cameron and Katie Taylor negotiating terms for May the 20th in Dublin. Fiaz will be a crucial sparring partner for Cameron, as he was for Frampton in the late years. Very good at mimicking different styles and boxing in different ways. Can go southpaw if needs be as well.
Very good boxer, very sharp.
Dodge now on the front foot for the first time in a contest, just trying to box. Fiaz.
Oh, there we go.
Walks in, beautiful right hand, drops it onto the seat of his trunks, and Fiaz heads to the neutral corner as Mark Lyson administers the first count for Dean Dodge, right on the bell, and he gets 60 seconds to head back to his corner. He smiled and his legs are under him, which tells you that it was a flash knockdown, but Craig Richards brilliantly timed there from Aqib Fiaz.
Beautiful right hand, and we were just saying earlier about the punch power. When you look at someone's punch knockout ratio, it sometimes doesn't reflect, and it shows today. Beautiful right hand dropping in the first round.
Just as he was starting to creep forward and box Fiaz into the corner, bang on the button. And was Fiaz just setting a trap? Spoke about that as part of his development and maturity, that he is starting to think his way through fights. He is setting traps, and well, he laid one brilliantly there. And well, you see the smile of acknowledgement from Dodge's face there. I don't think he was particularly hurt, but the timing completely took his legs away. And well, what a brilliant end to the first round for Aqib Fiaz.
Beautiful, just didn't see the shot coming, did he?
And well, one way to settle the nerves in a marquee fight for the young man from Oldham.
Yeah, that will boost his confidence loads. That will really give him a spring in his step for this round. He's now going to believe in everything he's been working in the gym now.
See the posture just change as well. He's just now sitting off him, looking to find that same right hand again. Wide base, set foot, that power punch, stiff jab, just into the solar plexus, just sits Dean Dodge back onto his heels.
Beautiful counter again. Beautiful, two in a row, two left on the right.
Oh, beautiful left hook though.
Beautiful variety. Oh, this is beautiful boxing. He has shown such a good variety today. Sharp counter punching. Dodge hasn't really had a chance to get into the contest today.
And that jab from down by the hip just gives you the full vision. and sight to be able to see what's coming, but also to disguise the jabs when they land, and he's just popping his head back with it beautifully. Again, gets Dodge thinking about that left hand, helps him to set that right up if he can do again. He's just inching his feet back, waiting for Dodge to let his hands go and commit. Left hook on the exit again from Fiaz. Dodge looking laboured, looking a little...
beautiful counter to the body, he's hurt him there.
Fiaz just starting to find the clean, crisp shots, left hooks upstairs and down, pushing Dodge onto the ropes. Dodge wrestling with him, fighting him.
Yeah, it's very effective. His shots are very effective today, Fiaz. He's not wasting anything. He's jabbing downstairs on the way in, picking his shots beautiful, counter punching beautiful. Dodge just can't get a chance to get into the contest anymore.
I heard Paddy Lacey talking about Robbie Davis Jr. and his approach on 3 weeks' notice in our chief support. He said he does move forward, he is strong, but in that process he can walk onto shots, and I'm going to try and walk him onto something, and it's the pattern and the story of this fight so far. Beautiful. The pot shotting with some force as well. Beautiful. Really started to redden the face of Dodge, walking forward, hands high. Again, Fiaz just finding an easy exit off that left hook and the right this time.
Oh, there we go again, that counter left hook again. It's landing beautiful every time. He's not panicking under pressure. Fiaz is not panicking under pressure. Dodge is bringing the pressure constantly, being the aggressor. But Fiaz is not unraveling.
You presume as well that right hander landed at the end of the first round would just cause enough hesitation, so when he uses feints like that, just offsets the rhythm of Dean Dodge, as does that stiff jab to the body after his combinations. Again in Philly shell, just pot shot, a lovely little short uppercut on the inside.
Oh, there's that left hook again. He looks so in control today. The good movement, the defense is good, the counters are good. He looks very in control. It's been a very impressive start from Fiaz so far.
That little quick catch counter left hook has been working a treat for him. He landed it there, but he's been using it as an exit as well when he has been caught on the ropes. Dodge just hasn't been able to pin him down so far.
No, he's been landing it all night. There we see it again. He just landed it all night tonight. He's been landing multiple of those. He's obviously been working them and training, and they're coming off beautiful tonight. Sometimes you work on something in training, it doesn't come off on the night, but the fact Fiaz has definitely been coming off all night tonight.
Jamie Moore always pays a huge amount of credit to his late friend and long-time former trainer Oliver Harrison for all of the lessons and knowledge that he passed on, and that very much is the legacy of Moore and Travis in their gym. And in the grand scheme of things, he's still a relatively new trainer, but he's really starting to show the dividends of his work with some of the younger fighters. Jack Catterall and Chantel Cameron, really between them should have all of the belts, were it not for one of the worst decisions of the year last year. And young Aqib Fiaz is a product of their hard work and teamwork in that gym. And again, that little catch counter left hook as Dodge just stepped in a little square.
He's capitalising afterwards as well. It's not just admiring his work. Oh, here we go again. It's like he can't miss at the moment, Fiaz. Dodge just hasn't seemed to get his timing or anything in there so far. Fiaz is not allowing him to get into the contest.
Yeah, there's a considerable difference in hand speed between the pair of them as well.
Look like Dodge is hoping that Fiaz slows down throughout the rounds. If he keeps applying pressure, maybe he thinks that he might break him, but so far there's no signs of that.
He's not setting a high enough pace, is he? He's not putting enough pressure on himself, going to rough him up and try and make him really feel the heat. But even when Fiaz is in this position on the ropes, he looks calm, he looks composed, he looks like he has time. That's the key.
Oh, 100%. There's that left hook again.
Dodge trying to take the force out of those jabs as he comes forward. The right hand is arcing around the side of him, looks for that exit on the left as well. Just shuts the space down that time, and well, even physically when they come together. And we mentioned the Bellotti fight, because not many fighters push Bellotti around. He's usually physically pretty good, and we know he can punch as well. The dodge was the one that was marauding forward in that contest, and doing so he did walk onto shots, and that was eventually his undoing. Could be the case here, but there's a fair old way to go in this fight, you suspect. Another left hook from Fiaz, just giving himself space with the jab.
Yeah, he doesn't want to be taking these on that. He doesn't want to take too many of these.
You sense it could be more sort of death from 1,000 cuts rather than a single shot that really does the damage from Fiaz, but he's landing so cleanly here. Nice left hook to the body from Dodge as they sat in close that time.
He looks so relaxing there, Fiaz. Needs to not smother his work, needs to not smother his work, go back to his box and take his time, keep picking his shots. Fiaz, he's coming forward a little bit and his timing is slipping a little bit. He wants to get back to his boxing. Beautiful jab downstairs again.
Well, he's had some good performances of late. Jordan Ellison, tough fighter, Northern Area light welterweight champion. Fiaz pressured him, took the wind out of his sails towards the end of that fight, controlled Diego Valtiero with ease in Abu Dhabi, who tried as he did, just couldn't get close enough. He was picked off at sharp range. Much is the case here as well.
Yeah, that's exactly what's happening. He's getting picked off constantly on his way in here. Look, Fiaz is keeping his eyes glued to his man, watching everything. Defense perfect, and he's picking his counters beautifully.
Not to get round the goal, but you can do as you're getting used to it, but tuck his elbows, just go.
I mentioned Campbell Hatton in the last contest or two ago, aiming for potentially central honours at area level later on this year. I think Fiaz, another couple of good performances. He could aim for the English title at 135 with belt holder Reece Mould. Of course, that brilliant shootout with Lee Woods in his first fight under Ben Davison a couple of years ago. And he too beat Jordan Ellison on points a couple of fights after Fiaz did. A good win over Hamad Gaz to win the title last month. I think those two would be a really, really good scrap in a couple of fights' time for Fiaz. But this, well, so far so good in what was supposed to be a really big acid test for him. It still may be. But Dean Dodge at the moment is he's being outboxed, outpunched and outthought in the early stages as we hit the halfway point of this contest. Double right hand, left hook, uppercuts through the middle, all landing clean, and Fiaz starting to put them together as he senses that Dean Dodge is hurt here. Dodge trying to fire back and trying to keep his eyes clear. Lovely little angle cut to the right from Fiaz, just shovels that left uppercut through the middle. Dodge trying to respond here.
Jeez. That was a good spell from Fiaz, a very good spell. He's now putting his hands together. He's not just on the counter punching now, he's actually putting it, backing Dodge up and putting him on the ropes and letting his combinations go.
If he does nothing else for 2 minutes, he's still won the round here, and Dodge will know that. Fiaz would have known exactly what he was in for tonight. As with Jamie Moore, they really do their research on fighters, and that's a shot that's worked for them. It has indeed. I know you guys have a system in the Sims gym, the box, where you're in a cordoned off area of the ring, getting used to being under that constant pressure, thinking there, and I'm sure that they would put Fiaz in situations like this.
Yeah, you got to be
a cool head in a hot kitchen, as they say.
You got to be prepared for all situations, because they say you stand in the rain, you're going to get wet, and that's like boxing. You got to be prepared to get wet sometimes and work under pressure. Beautiful.
Well, Dodge gave him that right hand 2 times in succession, and Fiaz knew it was coming. Little catch counter left hook, and that's hurt.
It's hurt
the man from Yeovil.
The rest looking in here.
Right, nice, and he's having a look at him. That was lovely work from Fiaz. He waited patiently on the ropes to catch counter with that left, because Dodge is winging wide with it with that right hand, but he's staying there, heads on the line afterwards. He's not rolling, he's not taking the feet back, he's there for that counter.
Yeah, he's there all night. He's not thinking about his defensive duties tonight. He's just thinking about all offense, and this is his downfall today.
Yeah, and if he doesn't make adjustments, there's no need for Fiaz really to change anything.
Nah, there's no need for him to change anything right now. He hasn't made any changes, no adjustments, and what Fiaz is doing is working for him beautifully tonight.
Just stepping around him in a tight circle here, just thumping that jab out through the middle, giving himself a little bit of space now with just over 10 seconds on the clock as we approach this midway point in the contest. The dodge, as we've seen in the fights where he has been beaten, it doesn't fold easily. You have to really soften him up over time.
Yeah, it's definitely a fighting man. You ain't going to get rid of him pretty easy. You're going to have to really earn it.
I mentioned those scraps in the early days of Fiaz's career, like Daniel Ord, Ben Fields, Jamie Spate as well. Tough men with lots of know-how, really like relish pushing young prospects, and not always easy experiences for Fiaz. And, well, one of the most difficult experiences of his life was boxing Kevin Valdespin. When I think he sensed he wasn't receiving the news about his mum, and he felt that she may not survive much longer, and he said his head was just full of the worst thoughts you can imagine, and it was a real tear-up, and he had to give everything that he had to get through that scrap with Valdespino. And the character of the young man was so young, to have lost so much, to have improved every fight, and to be taking opportunities like these and performing in the way that he is well, it's admirable to say the least. Nigel Travis and Jamie Moore will be pleased with what they've seen so far as we head into round number 5. Dean Dodge just trying to press forward, trying to quicken his feet up. That will be under the instructions of Errol Johnson. He's got to try and put some pressure on Fiaz and force some mistakes here, because he's just giving him too much and not applying enough pressure.
Yeah, Fiaz is in his comfort zone. He's in his comfort zone. He's got to get him out of his comfort zone. He's got to do something. He's got to change something quick. He's 5 rounds in out of 8, and he hasn't got a lot of time left, so he needs to apply something and apply it very fast.
Fiaz again on the ropes, just covering up in the shell guard, just trying to roll those shots off the shoulders. Dodge just winging away, right hands to the body and lefts as well.
Oh, beautiful left hook.
Fiaz picked it beautifully, didn't he?
That left hook has literally been landing all night, and there he goes to work now. He's just so in control of this contest right now. It's like he wants to work when he wants to work.
Jab to the body every time, just forcing the reset for Dodge. Lovely 1-2-3 combination straight through the guard.
He's been throwing that jab downstairs from the beginning of this contest, and it's been working beautifully for him. As you said, he's not needed to change anything, because Dodge hasn't made any adjustments to what's been going on. Beautiful left hook again.
Just shook Dodge to his heels for a moment, just catches the jab to the body that time.
It's like he keeps getting beaten to the punch, and I feel like he's getting disheartened a little bit, Dodge.
Yeah, body language is a little telltale sign from Dodge. He knows he's in a different class of opposition. I dare say he's dealing with him better than Reece Bellotti did at this point of the contest anyway. Again, just taking his feet back, watching that double jab just sail into no man's land as Mark Lyson intervenes.
Yeah, when you keep missing like that and getting countered like that, it starts making fighters be unsure of themselves after a while and start second-guessing everything he's doing. Beautiful, beautiful combinations yet again.
He's not been massively hurt by any one particular shot, but it's just been the accuracy, the precision of the counter punches from Fiaz, the placement of certain shots that he hasn't seen coming.
Yeah, that's what it is. He's shooting very sharp today, Fiaz. He's very sharp with his shots, good variety, and Dodge just can't see them coming. It's not big shots, but as you said, it's sharp shots, and you just can't see them.
Well, the uppercut left hook through the middle, round the side, gets himself back to centering. Again, just consistent with that jab to the body. So often absent in fighters' work, but so crucial that there's consistency with it over the longer rounds.
A good round from Fiaz, a very good round again.
Well, he's so in control at this point, isn't he?
Yeah, it's like one side, look at the combination. Not a lot got through, but it's a good variety of punches. Dodge was tight with his guard.
Just trying to lift that head up with the uppercut to set himself for the left hook. Dodge still trying to find something in response, but hand speed wasn't really there from the start. It really isn't there at this point of the contest. As you say, I think he's giving away the body language, the demeanour of a man who probably knows he's second best in every exchange now.
Yeah, he's shown a tremendous heart to continue and keep trying and keep pushing, but I think he knows he's second best in a lot of his exchanges and nearly every exchange so far.
A good man in his corner in El Johnson. You know what a tough man he is. We want to give him every chance to find something to turn this contest around. We saw James McCarthy have a big moment against Paddy Lacey in our previous contest. Lacey's dominating the early stages, and then just the last couple just got caught with something that slowed him down, bloodied his nose, and well, it wasn't to be for McCarthy, but he looked, I'd say, worse than Dodge does at this stage, and he found something. Can Dodge find something at this stage? Doesn't look likely. Fiaz again, uppercut, left hook, just measuring that distance with a jab.
Yeah, boxing only takes one punch, so that's why you've got to be switched on at all times, and this is why the cornerman will send his man back out, although he's probably lost every round, to go out there and try and find that moment. So Fiaz has got to be switched on and keep doing what he's doing, really. Oh,
lovely right hand, off that left hand to the body.
He was hurt there. His legs still ain't underneath him properly. Fiaz can capitalise on this.
The long-term setup
down the middle. There we go. There we go.
The consistency of those jabs to the body, all fight long, and just drawing his eye line down every time. That left hand sticks into the solar plexus, and that set the right hand up. And now Dodge is in big trouble as Fiaz puts his hands together. Lyson, he could get a close look at him, and Dodge trying to battle his way
still
off the
unstable between, his legs are still unstable. He could get the stoppage here.
He's got a minute to get the job done. Uppercut through the centre again. And every time it's been those shots that he hasn't seen that have hurt him. Fiaz again backing up, trying to set him up, trying to walk him onto something, and Dodge, well, he's obliging, stepping into Fiaz's space.
It's the ones you just don't see is what hurts.
That's been the story of the contest so far. And another mini breakthrough. That was a good right hand from Dodge. A little spray of sweat at the head of Aqib Fiaz. And did that little rally just take a little bit out of Fiaz himself and put his hands together for a good consistent 30 seconds there. Maybe will just be feeling the pace of that and will look to take a breather himself. Another lovely left hook counter as Dodge marauds in with that right hand again.
Oh, see, this is the thing with Fiaz. He's so in control. He can take the breathers when he wants. He can attack when he wants. He can counter when he wants.
Rosie got the round in the bag, and just watching these shots up close in our commentary position, just glide and glance off the arms and the shoulders. It looks comfortable.
Yeah, he's got a Philly shell. He's doing a Philly shell, and he's done it quite well as well. A lot of fighters may try it, and they can't really pull it off very well. But he's definitely been working at the gym, and he's pulling it off very well. He's executing it perfectly.
Beautiful double left hook on the ropes. Dodge's knees just buckle for a moment. Sees out the round again, hurt a couple of times in that round. I think Fiaz felt the pace of it too, because when you put your shots together like that, you really let your hands go and you throw everything at 100%. Because if you don't get your man out of there, you can just leave the tanker a little bit low. And that second half of that round, just wait to recruit Jamie Moore may suggested to just have a little bit of time off at the beginning of this round as well, I suspect.
Yeah, he may take a little bit of time off in this round and start working down his jab off. You saw his Dodge was unstable, looking back to the corner just then, so at the same time you might want to capitalise on hurting your man. Oh, beautiful left hook. He really is finding these shots tonight.
And there really was a sense that this could have been a very, very tricky night for Aqib Fiaz. We know what Dean Dodge brings, we know how motivated he was, and we could see on the scales the condition that he was in yesterday heading into this one. But he's just been second best all night long so far. And as we head into the penultimate round here, Aqib Fiaz, as I mentioned, put a lot into that last round. May just look to slow the pace down a bit. Will Dean Dodge just try and sense that maybe this is his opportunity to try and pile some pressure on, try and make Fiaz feel the pace. He's done the rounds before. He's gone 10 before. He knows he can will himself through patches like these.
Oh, that was a beautiful body shot there. He doesn't really want to keep taking too many of these shots. I'm just sure he was hurt a couple times in the previous rounds. There's that left hook again, a beautiful defense off of it.
Yeah, Dodge has never really made the adjustment to it. Always walked in, giving him the opening.
Yeah, he's coming forward, but he's not being educated whilst doing it. He's not thinking about his defensive duties whilst coming in, and Fiaz is just taking full advantage of it. Yeah, there he goes again. He hurt him again there.
Yeah, just triple that right hand up through the middle, round the side. That was a stiff left hook to the middle. I think Dodge has been hurt by that. He's just trying to hang on here.
Yeah, he's hurt.
Trying to disguise it with everything he has, but he is really struggling here. He's closed right up into his shell and just trying to turn. He's done really well there. But may give Fiaz opportunities upstairs if Dodge is trying to protect the body now. Fiaz just touching him with a jab, looking for the openings.
Oh, beautiful.
The work from Dodge just turns him onto the ropes, but again just caught with a stiff counter.
Just has not adjusted to that all night.
Right hand over the top, but just not enough force really to land with anything like enough to do the damage or to deter Aqib Fiaz at this stage. He's in full control.
Dodge's game, he keeps trying, but just as you say, he's just second best. He hasn't got a hand speed to land what he'd like to land.
Problem is coming in behind those single shots as well, giving him the opportunity to counter. There's been no double jabs.
Oh, there we go, hurt him to the body there.
Again, that left hook, and he shells right up Dodge, and Lyson is having a good look at him. He takes a deep breath towards the end of this penultimate round. Can Fiaz land something to take him out here? He's right in his own corner, so when that bell goes, they'll put the stool underneath him, and he'll sit down, and he sees out another round, and well...
Saved by the bell there.
Done really, really well to stay on his feet the last couple of rounds.
He's hurt really bad with that shot. He caught him perfect timing yet again.
Well, you never want to say job done in boxing, because we know that's foolish, but it does seem at this stage it would take a miracle for Dean Dodge to find something. He just doesn't look like it's in him at this point, even when he has landed the odd overhand right, left hook. They've kind of bounced off ahead of Fiaz with just not enough impact to... there is case in point.
Yeah, of course Fiaz has been counter to the head a lot, but also from early in the contest he's been jabbing down to the body and taking the wind out of Dodge early, which has paid dividends again for the later rounds in the fight.
Relax, 60%, over your gears.
Now, ace, and final round.
Well, Dodge has hung in there for these last 7 rounds. And you see the respect from Fiaz as they touch gloves at the start of the 8th and final round of this contest and of Before the Bell. Before we head over to our main broadcast live at 7 o'clock. Join Laura Woods, Tony Bailey, Adi Oladipo, Darren Barker and Mike Costello for all the action live from Liverpool on DAZN 5. Really decent scraps on the bill. Right now, Aqib Fiaz just trying to finish off business, and Dean Dodge, Greg Richards, I think, just in survival mode at this point.
Yeah, he is. He's definitely in survival mode at this point. He realises, as he was saying earlier in the contest, second best constantly and been hurt a few times in the last previous rounds, and I think he just wants to see out to the final bell now.
I think it's a good argument that he really deserves to, as well, as Fiaz just pushes a couple of shots out there, and even those have enough to rock Dodge back onto his heels. He's out of gas here, running on fumes and running on a lot of pride.
Yeah, he's definitely, his pride carried him, his heart carried him right now. He looked a little bit spent in there, but he took some real damaging shots throughout this contest. He's done well to see it through.
misses with the double jab that time, and Fiaz again just seeing that three-punch combination coming, just slipping and dipping out the way, moving in with that left hand. Lovely left hook off the right hand.
Flush on the button.
Nothing wrong with his chin at all.
No, there's no. You can't question his chin. He took some big shots tonight.
His chin, his conditioning, everything absolutely brilliant. But Fiaz here has been a class apart, and he's starting to chop away here, creates the angle with
he might get a stop.
a fair bit of time in the round to go, and Martin Lyson looks at him. He's all over the place here. Right hand from Fiaz. Let the hands go. Could it be the first stoppage of the Oldham fighter's career here? Dodge just stifles it at the death.
The referee's giving him a second chance. The referee could step in at any time there.
But this is the time for Fiaz to throw the kitchen sink. There's no time on the clock. He's got to put everything into it now.
Here he goes.
And Dodge is sunk into the ropes here, hanging on with everything that he's got, and Fiaz winning away.
The referee.
Lyson steps in. Dodge desperately wanted to see out the final bell.
Yeah, he had to step in. He had to step in. He was hurt. The referee gave him 2-3 chances there, but Fiaz got his first stoppage and he deserved it. You know, Dodge showed tremendous heart, but yeah, the referee made the right choice right there.
There was a point where he just wobbled all the way across the ring, and Martin Lyson, an extremely compassionate man, and really did give him every single chance, but still a good half a minute or so on the clock there, and when you just saw him rocking, really, this was the one there, just all over the place, wasn't he? And Fiaz put the shots together brilliantly, and he knew that he had the gas in the tank to keep his foot to the floor at that point, and Dodge did everything that he could to try and see out the round that he really deserved to, but Martin Lyson made absolutely the right call.
Martin Lyson gave him everything. Gave him every opportunity to try and see it out, but it was too much.
What a brave man. What a brave man. See Jordan Gill, Charlie Edwards sat ringside in the background there. I beg your pardon.
Brilliant stoppage.
That's not Jordan Gill. He's a good friend of mine as well. Sorry, Jordan. If you're watching at home.
He deserved that stoppage there.
Well, a late stoppage for Aqib Fiaz. Dean Dodge, I think he'll understand when he watches that back why Martin Lyson made the decision that he did, and I think Martin Lyson will understand why he's disappointed as a fighter. But what a really good scrap to finish proceedings here. Aqib Fiaz victorious via 8th round stoppage. Let's get the official result now from David Diamante.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Mark Lyson calls a halt to this contest. The official time of the stoppage, 2 minutes and 20 seconds of the 8th and final round. The winner by TKO, he's still undefeated, Aqib Fiaz.
Well, what could have been a very tough test for young Aqib Fiaz proved to be a relative walk in the park. Absolutely breezed it. It was punch perfect, great balance, timing, game plan from Nigel Travis and Jamie Moore in his corner, and well, signs that he is now ready to step on at this level.
Yeah, 100%. Definitely shows signs he's ready to step on. It looked like a relative easy night for him, although he had a game opponent in front of him, and he just dissected him very well, picked his shots perfect throughout the contest and stepped on it when he needed to get the stoppage. It was, as you said, it was a punch perfect performance from him.
Well, I mentioned Reece Mould, the new English champion. Could that be on the cards at some point this year? He'd say, looking at that performance, he's probably ready for that kind of step up. He's a good fighter, Mould, and they have a very good team there. No doubt he'll be helping Jack Catterall in his preparations for what we're hearing could be a challenge for Regis Prograis in the coming months. But he's looking to forge his own path here as a professional fighter, and a really good performance, a career best performance for him here in Liverpool. And we'll be hearing from him in just a couple of moments' time. Eddie Hearn is standing by with him ringside. He's sat down, and Jamie Ward is with him. So